watching as a VOD, sound off in the comments below. Hit that like button. I love hearing from you, especially for those who enjoy the archived live streams. For those of you who might be new, my name is Brian. This is Ginger Prime. We're going to be diving into the final mission of Starfield. I've been absolutely loving this game and this experience, and I think it has a lot to offer. It's got a lot of really great qualities that for me are enjoyable, but that's not to say that it, like any other game out there, that it's going to be for everybody. But if you guys get the opportunity to play it, I think this is a must-play game whenever you get the opportunity. And I don't know what happens. I know that New Game Plus is probably right around the corner, so I'm looking forward to diving into that. Coming up on the channel, just to give everybody plenty of time to dip out in case of spoilers. Coming up on the channel, I'm going to be finishing my Final Fantasy 16 playthrough. Super Mario Wonder drops this Friday. I'm going to be spending time playing that with the kids, but maybe I'll get some playtime with that here as well. I also want to go back and finish Diablo. I want to go and play Hogwarts. That is a game that is in my library and I just haven't played. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk as a stream, even though I've played it back on Stadia, but with all the Phantom Liberty stuff, seems pretty exciting. But I think after Final Fantasy 16, the best thing that I really want to, the best thing, I really want to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I haven't had an opportunity to play that game just yet, and so I want to do that. And then Spider-Man 2 drops this week, and I still haven't beaten Spider-Man 1, and there's a game that, again, I'd like to see if I can't get that knocked out and rocked out. But all of that intro and preamble, I'm bringing in chat. If you guys are brand new to the channel, if you're part of the Discord, I'm in the chill room. This is just where we hang out, we talk games, we talk live, we make jokes, and overall have hopefully a fun and wonderful time. And you're invited. So if you want to come in and hang out, come check it out. If not, no worries. I'll be paying attention to chat along the way. Anyway, Yamron and Mike, what is up? Howdy.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good
Good evening. Sorry, I'm trying to scarf this food down.
Ooh. The garlic infused massive amounts of garlic food.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
And then go vampire hunting
It's
later.
it's teriyaki yakisoba marachiman, and yeah, way too much garlic.
Very cool. What's going on, Chili? How you doing tonight, dude? Let me know how the volume and balance is for you, Chili. If you can hear the game, etc. And if not, let me know. I'll fix it. I love the music in this game. This is just so good. And then I don't know if y'all have seen, but they've done like a Star Wars mod, and so I want to beat the game, and then I'm gonna start playing around with the different mods.
Okay.
I'm about to enter the Unity. Give me all the money.
And Yamron, sorry, it's just on stream now, but it's recorded. You can clip me if you want, or you can ban me for a day. And Yamron, bite me.
I wish I had some context.
It's not stream safe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not stream safe, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, let's not like, hey, I'm gonna finally beat this one game that I've been really enjoying. It's like, oh man, that got wrong real quick.
Another layer to get past before we can reach the temple. Expect more Starborn along the way.
All right, she's cluing me in that Starborn
By
about
the
to jump
way,
in. Yeah.
your chat is in the middle of your screen.
Oh yeah, that's I've got it kind of to the side of the camera as opposed to taking up the full screen because since I'm also on Twitch, the Twitch chat's going to be on the right hand side, like going up the screen. So yeah, by design.
Okay.
Do you not like it?
Make ready.
No, I don't.
All right. I might change it for you.
No, don't. You can leave it. It's fine. You can leave it.
Oh, I know if I like this gun. That or these guys are just that strong. Get away!
That's the one thing I hate about shooting RPGs is bullet spongy enemies.
Yeah.
It's why
Where'd they go? Oh, all right. Let me change the weapons here a little bit. Ah, stop running. Oh, come on, reload. He hit me and I stopped my reload. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud, ninja. There we go.
Cameron, he fired up 2 bullets. Am I
Okay.
gonna yell at him to reload?
I have a different. Oh, I have stuff that's like.
Whoa, thank you so much. Ally Gaming resub for 31 months. You freaking legend. Thank you so much for the support.
Smooth.
Smooth. Smooth operator. Oh.
Actually, I can't see his ammo, so he's safe.
Oh, yeah. Is it behind the thing?
I think you're in widescreen, so it's slightly off.
Yeah,
to
it
the
is. It's not ultra wide, but it is widescreen. And that's where it's like,
Yeah,
if I was in ultra wide, I would just pull it up on the whole thing so y'all could see the game in ultra wide. That update apparently is coming.
YouTube supposedly supports widescreen, from from my experience at least.
I think it does. I think it can.
So, because like I have another stream open, and the guy has widescreen going on, and the player adjusts. So.
Evening, guys.
What's going on, dude? Good evening. Good evening.
How y'all been?
Been really good, man. Been really good. Been doing t-ball with the boys, and that's been a lot of fun, dude.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and so and then we're still working on biking, getting rid of ideally all the training wheels. So honestly, dude, no complaints, man.
Cool.
How are you?
I'm doing better. I'm been going through a bit of a financial crisis for the past 8 months, and I'm getting ready to come out of it.
Woo-hoo!
So things are
hell yeah, dude.
Yep. I was in a car accident in February,
good Lord.
and my vehicle got totaled, and as a result, I couldn't go to work, didn't have a vehicle for transportation, so no income for 8 months, living off the charity of others pretty much. But the settlement just came through, and it should be accessible to me in just a couple of days, and when it is, I'll be able to get back to work and get fully back on my feet again.
That's awesome, dude. Congrats.
And then I might actually be able to get my my production computer fixed. Get back to composing music and playing games again.
Did I make it? Come on, get up there. Here we go.
With Brian.
Oh, come on. I was trying to be cool and do something really awesome, and I almost did it. Almost. It's the key word.
Happens to the best of us.
It's like, I'm just going to fly up here.
So it looks like you're closing in on the end of the
that is correct.
the main story. Cool.
Yeah, that's what this stream's all about, is finishing this game. Well, and do you really finish it? No, like, because the game just continues on. Like, people are showing off the Star Wars mod.
You never finish these games. You never finish Bethesda games. They never end.
All right, let me find another weapon. So,
It's just the final countdown to this playthrough.
Yeah.
dodge and weave, like I'm playing Halo. Speaking of which, guys, Halo Community Game Night this coming Thursday. If you want to come play, just be a part of the Discord or be here on the channel and make sure you got notifications on so when we go live.
Yeah, but that game is that game.
Dead game is dead game. Yeah. Yeah. Well played. Let's see here.
Just like controller support is overrated.
He has a point.
Oh, dude, controller support is the best. You're huffing some paint there, buddy.
No, I just had a mouthful of garlic when I'm finishing off my food, and I'm like, oh. Not paint, garlic. It's different
So
kind of hi.
So have you still managed to remain unspoiled on this?
Unspoiled. Now, as far as where the story goes, we did the NASA mission. That was cool. And then I'm going apparently to the Unity. It seems like there's a multiverse, and that's essentially where I feel caught up. And so obviously, like the Starborn, at least, I mean, and again, all of this could be fake news that was given to me, but the Starborn are ultimately like other versions of ourselves in Constellation that have made their way to the Unity and now for some reason have to keep doing it or stop me from doing it. And so there's some like all right, you know, like I'm loving the game, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like, why? And I hope, and if they don't answer the question, I will happily put out a review going, this story sucks, but I love it.
And Doctor Strange shows up at the end of the game.
I'm such an I'll take away my nerd card. I've never seen no, not Doctor Strange. I thought you were talking about Doctor Who. It's like I've never seen Doctor Who.
I won't spoil it for you. I won't spoil it for you, but I will say that you will get your answer.
Good. Oh gosh.
Doctor Strange deals with the multiverse.
Yeah, you're right.
So does Doctor Who, to a certain degree.
Nah, I've never gotten that deep into Doctor Who, though.
Another vibe, but from a normie's perspective, it does delve into the multiverse.
Oh, jeez, get off my butt. Yeah, multiverse is like back when they were all like forming all this stuff. They're like, oh, let's do a multiverse, and it's like,
But I do not like.
oh, she's on my team. Well, I'm just saying, like, it really takes a lot of the stakes and lowers them. There's infinite versions of me. Somewhere I'm happier, somewhere I'm not. Somewhere I'm the bad guy. Cool.
Somewhere you're married with 6 kids.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Probably every universe. Love that.
In some
Yeah,
universe,
comes-
Cameron has a harem.
A harem?
A harem.
Like a gaggle of like ladies?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Seems like too much work.
Dude, I'm telling you, there was a guy before he quit. He was like, dude, you were gonna wanna, like, because he was talking about having, bear with me, he was talking about having a wife, a girlfriend, and a mistress, which I'm just like, what?
Yeah, pass.
And he's like, trust me, you're gonna want that. And I was like, no, man, I just want one. I want one woman to give me a family, give me kids, give me the love of my life. He's like, no, you're gonna want. You're gonna think you're gonna want that, but no, you're gonna.
I have absolutely no desire for a girlfriend.
You have no idea what I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
So
Like,
much so that if Julie like passes away, I think I'm done. Like I'm just gonna be like, all right, that was great.
So
I'm good.
If my mom passes before my dad, she wants him to get remarried, or at least find someone else. But if my dad dies, my mom's just like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, now I did. Julie made me promise that if the kids are young, that I would remarry.
yeah,
And I was like, okay,
I mean,
I can get,
that's kind of
I
a-
get that logic.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a necessity, I would say. But although it would be difficult for the children, but they would learn to deal.
You will
do
learn to
see
deal
the-
with this
the
trauma.
Text in the, do you see that person's name that just popped up in the system messages?
Hey, what's up, Sonya Blue? How you doing? Thanks for also stopping by on the podcast today. I saw you like at the very end.
Depends on who you're talking about, buddy. Uncle Ricky?
No.
Oh.
Omega
My-
Lol.
Oh, okay.
And his family name is help.
Oh man. My messages are much different.
Nah.
I don't have everything. I basically have like all those messages like gone. Like I don't even have a chat window open.
Might as well save it. Go. I like taking all this stuff, and I've got the maximum amount of encumbrance, and I'm like, oh, let's keep going. Oh, I need to go up there.
What do you think New World is changing for? I mean, come on now.
Yes,
Cool.
very true.
Something's up with someone's
Yeah,
mic.
thanks for hanging out. You know, that's always, it does mean a lot to me that y'all come and support the content.
No problem, dude.
Yeah, today's show was fun. It's like just wild to talk about Activision Blizzard. It's wild to talk about just like what's going to happen next now that that's done. It's like, whether it end up being yes or a no, I was just like, this will they, won't they? I'm like, come on, let's go.
Okay, Yemrin asked me this the other day. Do you think they did the 69 billion
For the
with
memes.
number 69 for the memes?
For the memes.
I think they did that for the memes.
I mean, this isn't like Elon that's like, all right, I'm just going to buy you for 420. It's like... all right.
I think this is me talking, but I think they overpaid.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
I do not think Blizzard is worth that much. Like 10 years ago, yeah, probably. But now, I think it's worth probably 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that their games don't have as much traction as they used to.
It's going to be interesting to see because we know that they're also working on new IPs.
Their IPs are some of the most recognizable in the industry, right?
Yeah.
But their ability to attract players is severely decreased over over the years.
Yeah.
And so I don't
It
think
depends on how many of their titles end up going on Game Pass.
I think all of them are going to go on to Game Pass.
probably all of them.
Well, there you go. You see, you know how many people are subscribed to that, and they may not actually be purchasing the games individually, at least not all of them will, but that's going to get all of those titles pushed into the public eye for a lot of people that may not have even touched them.
Like,
now.
I've never played a Diablo game. Oh, Diablo 4. I'll check that out, you know?
Right, but then that gets into speculation, right? How do you value speculation?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, though, when you consider that some people might subscribe to Game Pass for about a month or so, and then, just check out the stuff that they like, and then they'll unsubscribe. But they may have seen enough titles that they like that they might just go ahead and outright buy them. And then they won't ever have to subscribe to it again, and they'll have access to it whenever they want. So it's a good way of being able to preview pretty much everything at a low cost, and then just buy the ones that you want and leave the others alone.
All right. Yeah, cool, Solomon. Whenever you feel comfortable.
So buying off of Game Pass, they released those numbers, or at least they leaked. It's a very low percentage of people who actually buy things from due to Game Pass. Like, the Game Pass doesn't translate well into sales. Like, it's quite demonstrably true.
That's not its real goal, though. Its goal is just to get as many people.
Its goal is to get people subscribe to Game Pass, right?
Right. And so, and then
But the whole marketing behind getting games on Game Pass was that it translates into sales, which it does not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it all depends on what they
on the
consider to be the
side.
thresholds that they're looking for.
Something goes wrong in there?
Why would anything go wrong?
What do you mean thresholds? Like thresholds for what?
Well, the thing about it is they have probably built these numbers into all of their calculations, what they expect to make from direct sales and what they expect to make off of the subscriptions. Now, they know good and well that not
I'm talking about for the developers, not for Microsoft.
I
The developers,
I
it
see what you're
translates
saying
into,
there.
yeah, for the developers, it translates into like very minimal sales.
But then you also have to realize that these developers are now Microsoft. They are Microsoft. Microsoft is going to be funding them.
Something much like yours.
So they're going to get their money regardless.
A regret.
Oh yeah.
Or a
The way I envision it from their kind of planning, and that's what we're seeing kind of with Bethesda, is like, all right, we're going to be the money, and we're basically just ensuring that we're going to drive people, into it. And that's what I'm looking to see. Like, do we see an increase in Game Pass? Because we're going to start to see those, I think, games start rolling out. Not the newer ones, but there's a lot of games that they can. Oh wow, that was cool. There's a lot of games that they can start to pull from, and just to start adding to the backlog, and again, just trying to drive that value.
Mm-hmm. Take your time, solemn. Listen to that, solemn.
What was that?
Let's try. This one's too hard. Oh, I say he. Oh, I was fighting the wrong dude.
The whole time.
Yep, that's why it was so hard. Okay. Don't say anything, Mike.
What was?
You reckon you got enough people shooting at you?
No,
I got a lot of people shooting at me.
That was my phone going off. It was Persona 5's light will change. Because
Sounds close. I said anime. Sounded like an anime intro.
All these robots.
That. Ouch.
Oh, I got turrets as well. Come on, reload. Blow it up. Man, jeez Louise.
Why are you in a field? You shouldn't be in a field.
What happened to my audio? My audio just completely cut out. Well, that's less interesting. The epic music in the game. There it goes. Now it's back. There we go. All right, gotta get rid of these robots and turrets.
I'm way off course.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Come on.
There we go.
In Griffin.
Another one. Oh, another robot over here.
Elephant? More like a snuffleupagus. Oh. Well, that's intriguing.
Maybe a better way. Oh. More robots. So many robots.
Get more robots.
Robots on robots. All right, let's pick another weapon.
Ouchies. Ouchies.
Robots gone wild. No, nothing. Robots gone wild. Spring break version.
Not today.
Oh man. Show your circuits, baby. Are those silicon?
Oh, it's a robot next to
I
me.
feel like to grind your gears.
Come on.
I don't know if I'm too low for this guy, or if I'm just like, or this guy's just really hard.
Yeah, all right, let me look at the weapons that I got. Because clearly I'm... Let's see here. Breach. Ammo, shell, calibrated drum beat.
Ouchies. 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 Oh, balls. Come on. Burn.
Come on, it can't be that hard, Cameron.
Yeah, come on. Like, where's all my ammo? I'm carrying like a ton of
Oh,
it.
it's not hard, but this Griffin is freaking difficult. I don't know if I'm too low for him or if it's just like.
You want me to hop on my main and hop over there? I can help you.
No, I'm gonna see if I can do this myself. If I die, then I'll help, and then I'll ask for help.
You're over in Common
Oh,
Sylvia.
come on.
Yeah, I'm fighting a Heap Griffin, but I'm trying to do this myself, so don't help.
Ultra mags, great. I got 50 calibers. Got a ton of ammo. I don't have any guns that use these things. 177 millimeter caseless.
Ooh, caseless.
Right, but it's like I thought I just had I used a weapon that was like, oh, 77 weapons. 11. 77 millimeter cases, Grindel. Okay. Anything else? Calibrated Grindel.
You're fighting Heap Griffin, the Dark Portal boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
Hey, he's harder than I. He's harder
Take
than
this
I
one.
remember him being in the. Oh, he's red. That's why.
There we
Too
go.
low level for this guy. That's why. Alright.
There we go. I was like, now I got some ammo.
Ouch.
You're not fighting him on your Dark Knight?
No, I'm fighting him. I'm trying to do this on my Hashishim.
Yeah.
And why the hell is the camera so low? That blazes. There we go.
Now, where?
Hey Brian, I forget whether I asked you once before or not, but have you actually messed around with the creation kit on any of
No,
these games?
I've never, because like I was always the console gamer, and so like the fact that like I was like, oh, like there's just so much more for me to explore with a game like this. Shouts, pew pew sounds. Thank you, Chili, for the backup when the audio here failed.
But when you finish the main quest, I've got some things that I want to mention that I think that's gonna really be interesting when the construction with the creation kit comes out for this.
Yeah.
That's gonna play into the whole new game plus element.
Dude, it's gonna be freaking wild.
It's,
Ouch.
I have not seen the potential in any previous Bethesda game that I'm seeing with this one, knowing what I know from the others.
Yeah.
And it's like everything that I'm seeing about this. Of course, I'm just making observations, and I'm not sure. I have no inside information whatsoever, but it looks like they are setting everything up to really just open the doors to all sorts of modding that have never been enjoyed before in any of the previous games.
I know.
And it's going to be really crazy. And like I said, when you beat the main quest, I'll mention what I'm thinking about, because I don't want to mention it now because it might spoil something.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, Yamron, I can get the Nara accessories now because it's Calpheon you have to finish.
Oh, Calpheon. Okay.
I got the text wrong.
I thought oh wait, Calpheon?
Yeah.
So they did get the text wrong. It is the type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they said Serendia, and Serendia is
Yeah.
before Calpheon.
Okay. At first I registered it. You can only get it like after, like you can't get them in Serendia. You can get them in Calpheon, but no. Okay, so you do have to finish Calpheon. It's good to know. Ouchies.
I got one of them. Keep getting these quantum essences. No idea what they do. All right. There we go. So many guns in this place. We haven't even made it to the temple yet.
Oh, come on. Can't wait to kill you.
There we go. Woo, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm playing on normal right now. Ross says, spoil it. It's like, no. We're almost here.
Finally, holy crap. No remnants.
Ooh.
Bunch of other stuff, but no remnants. He was red, by the way. I didn't realize that. So that would explain
Remote robot control, no signal, because it took them all out. Remote turret control. Deactivate turrets. Or
crap.
Update for info settings. Protect current user.
Spoiler that you play in the normal.
What's up?
No, I guess Pro Dusa says spoil it, you're on normal. Like, eh. Alright, fair. That's cheaper than what I was expecting.
Like I interacted with this thing. It's still. Yay, med pack.
This. Oh, this is art.
Now I'm being selective. It's like all about like ammo and credits for some reason. I'll take that too. Maybe I'm not going to be specific.
Mike, do you know if your like enhancement stuff, your seasonal enhancement stuff, goes away when you when you graduate?
I think so.
It does, right? Yeah. So okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because like your special seasonal, like fishing rod and whatnot, goes away. Because
yeah,
I don't know if it changes with this season, but when they changed it to this season, yeah, all the special like 2-bottle award and stuff he had to be rid of before you even could graduate. So it's probably still the same setup.
Yeah, this is my first run through. Hey, it's this guy again.
We have visitors. Vardek, you didn't tell me we have visitors.
we have visitors.
Welcome. What's mine is yours. Well, no.
This guy, this issue was great. I think next time I play it, I'll do it differently.
I'm impressed.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cough in everybody's ear.
I didn't hear you cough.
No worries.
Okay.
You don't deserve
My ears are bleeding because you coughed.
You're nothing but a thief, an opportunist.
A liar.
It's a rather coarse zipper.
That's not fair. You would have gladly paid. I would have gladly paid for the artifact if you'd let me.
It's more than credits that the Unity will demand of you. You think you have a right to the infinite?
Do they even like give it a name, or do they just call it an artifact?
We're gonna fight this guy now? Okay.
Damn it! It's getting started.
Then put me on fire.
Fight me.
Can I loot these guys? Like in this some so this was some kind of reality, I guess, or some private quarters key?
Needs
Sure.
help to
Credits.
take out. Can't do it, man. Mano y mano.
Boop, boop, boop. There we go.
That's a cool gun.
Yeah, I like this gun. Entering
No,
in the
gun
enum.
the gun he had on the couch.
Oh, I gotcha.
Testing him. Always.
Now we're going into the cave, which will lead to the temple. Good night, Chili, and I'm looking forward to talking to you about your FanFest experience. Saturday morning, guys. Yeah.
European, yeah. Okay.
Like, we'll be live 3 a.m. for, I don't know, I think Chris's might be out of town. Spoiler alert, guys, if you don't know, Chris, they like to travel, so.
In the end, the search for the artifacts always ends here.
Hey, what's going on, Meadow?
Come on, Rook. Come on. You can make it. Barely stepped on the juryman's road with us. Can't see another soul off to the void so soon.
I like how it's my character.
No. I'll pour one out to the blackest sea for you, Rook.
That was me.
What the? Crix's ghost? What kind of cruelty is this? Is some starborn trick? Come to mock me before you twist a blade?
So, Chad asks, Sir, says, if you're going to finish this, have you considered doing a Cyberpunk 2.0 just to compare? So I've played already a little bit of Cyberpunk 2.0. It's incredible. I have the expansion. I haven't decided whether I want to stream that or not. So my plan of action is after I beat Starfield is I want to go back and finish Final Fantasy 16, and I do want to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I don't know, like, again, obviously, if you guys have been following my content, like, that could be a 6-month window as chat's coming in, and it's like, October, didn't this game come out, a month ago? It's like, yeah, note that life, a lot of life for me. I get very busy. Should I attack him? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What are you then? Some lost soul? No salvation.
Dude, New World, this expansion I've really enjoyed. I'm almost 65. I've been playing. We've been doing some lunch and loots, but last week as gets busy, so we'll see. I'm trying to maybe do one more at least this week. We'll have to just kind of see how my schedule goes.
Not sure if you're just a reflection of a shattered brain, but okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it is a very adult-filled game, and not that, like,
I'll keep what you said,
and it's like, oh gosh,
for a spell.
I think I might just
But for now,
play it
wouldn't mind if you gave
at
me
night for a little bit rather than stream it, namely because of the content, like, because it doesn't offer a lot of like ability for me to, like, if I could turn off, like, the swearing and like the violence doesn't bother me at all, but it's it gets a little bit excessive, some of the scenes.
Be ready. With so much power gathered here, anything can happen.
Yeah, you don't always need to curse at things.
Well, and it's then they have the nudity, and it's like, and it's like, I don't need that,
Yeah.
But the game is fun. The game, like, I enjoyed it when I played it the first time. I'm enjoying it playing it now.
From what I hear, the DLC is pretty good.
Refined Coachman? Ooh. Refined Side Star, thank you.
Boss fight incoming.
Yeah. Do you need ammo? Modified Bridger. Okay. What was that? New spacesuit? Energy. Cool. I mean, this looks better. And yeah, like I want to try on some of these add-ons just to make the overall like sorting and finding these things. Refined Stide Star. Let me see here. Refined Coachman. I'm gonna make that. Where's my Coachman? Maybe I can replace that. What is this? What 40 millimeter? Let's grab you. Let's put you into that slot. What are you? I got 50 rounds of that. Perfect. Reload. Oh man. So chat says, glad you're still enjoying the game. How do you feel about people saying Starfield is dead already, mostly based on Steam numbers? You should understand my opinion about those type of gamers. They're salt farming. Like it doesn't even matter, right? The game's come out. It's sold really well. Thank you so much for that support wherever that notification came from. Brandy over on Facebook. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate that support. So yeah, but that's the thing. Like, how many times do we have to do this dance? It's going to be a perpetual, endless dance where we have to sit here and be like, all right, like, oh, the Steam numbers. Like, all right, man. Like, if you want to sit down and watch the Steam numbers all day to try and make some kind of point, this game's going to be played for decades, right? Like, there's going to be people modding and playing this game. And that's, I think, the important thing. The other thing about it, and if you guys haven't heard me say it in videos, I'm going to say it here right now. Hype does not represent the true people who are going to play it. You have a massive amount of people who just kind of hype hop to the next thing, into the next thing, and that's perfectly fine. Like, play the way you want to. I don't care. But whenever I see people then use that the hype didn't stick with your game, when, like, what, 2 games in our history have been where hype continues, and that's World of Warcraft and that's Fortnite. Like, that in and of itself, where it just continues to get bigger and bigger and it becomes this like phenomenon, like, that doesn't happen, but everybody puts that on certain games. And also it not being multiplayer, like, at some point, like, yeah, I'm gonna beat the game, then I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 16, and then I'm gonna play another game, and then I'll probably come back to this and do some mods and stuff like that. So that's how I feel about it.
When was Starfield released?
I think it was at the very end of August. So it started September. So officially September 6th.
September 8th.
Okay. Just make sure I got everything that has bullets loaded. There's not a lot of bullets in that one. There we go.
So the drop-off is a significant drop-off over the course of a month.
I mean, but that's still, like, when you think about it compared to other games.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Compared to other games, it's still significant.
What's significant? Because we've seen games that drop, 50, 60, 70, 80%, and that's pretty natural.
At Starfield's peak, it had, what the hell? It was at 330 and a half.
Okay.
Now it's at 58, 24-hour peak.
That's cool. Like, that's Like what's the percentage drop? That feels normal.
Right, but I'm also looking at like when was the last huge game, right? Which was Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring's a phenomenon. I forgot. That actually probably would count because that one just lasted forever.
Elden Ring had a significantly less. They lost about half, right? This is over half. This is about 80% at least. So just comparing the two, it is significant.
All right.
Probably average, because Elden Ring is. One could argue Elden Ring is an anomaly.
Well, it's also.
But,
yeah,
but
like
I mean,
that's from software. Like you're gonna, like this is what.
It's Bethesda, right?
Yeah.
It's Bethesda. Bethesda has a much longer and more storied past. And it's Bethesda arguably has more. Hold on a second.
Gotta get my oxygen back. Oh, this guy's attacking me.
What I'm seeing with Starfield, as far as the people, the detractors for it, they're a lot of them have tried to say that what we were told it was going to be isn't really what it is. I don't know where they get it from. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that argument too.
Yeah, it's just the expectations, and honestly, like they didn't do them any favors with Walk On Brave Explorer. Like, oh man, I can. This is No Man's Sky, and it's like, no, it's not No Man's Sky. Let me drop some stuff.
Yeah, I think that right there was kind of really an inaccurate statement to make, and he should not have said that.
Yeah.
At least not in direct response to the question being asked. I mean, but one thing that I can say is that I paid attention to Starfield, to the Starfield Direct, what they said and what they showed. And when I see gameplay like what you're doing, I see the same thing that I saw in the Starfield Direct. I'm not seeing anything any different than what they showed us and what they told us. Now, I also have the context of basically 20 years worth of games produced in this engine from Morrowind up till now. And so I know exactly what their design style has been for the past 20 years and what it's going to be going forward. This was never going to be a departure from their norm.
And that's why the game is getting a lot of flack.
I think it's because you have the aspect that it's not a PlayStation, which I think it should absolutely be released.
So,
you don't think the console wars add in any kind of salt to this whole thing?
Extreme minimum, right?
Okay.
The reason why it has the rating that it does, the vast majority, I'm talking about probably 70 to 80% of people, think it's a boring, dull, unimaginative game. And I can't blame them for that, because from what I've seen, it kind of is.
Okay.
That's why I'm not getting it, because I've been watching gameplay of it and it looks boring. And people have said it's like Skyrim in space. I got bored in Skyrim like real quickly, so I'm not gonna buy it. But
yeah,
that's the vast majority. Like, that's the one issue I had with your coverage, was that you were focusing on a huge, a tiny minority of the people, right? You had these,
but how do you know that they're a tiny minority? Like,
because I'm looking at the reviews and I'm looking at I'm looking at what the majority of the game reviews are, which is it's all about gameplay, right? No one, I've read dozens of reviews, like actually dozens of reviews. None of them mentioned, oh, this isn't on PlayStation, so I'm just going to download it. None of them mentioned that.
Well, you don't think that there's any kind of back, in your mind kind of process, just a subconscious aspect to that? Like, because one of the things that we saw, one of the things we've actively seen to push back on it is that as soon as Microsoft announced it was acquiring Bethesda, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't like them anyway, where before it was something to be championed and stuff. And I don't, again, think that games should just be on one console, but yeah, I push back. Like it maybe for you and your perspective, and that's perfectly fine. I just don't. I see a lot of that, the console wars and these exclusivities things. They put it all becomes about points, and that becomes what drives a lot of the zeitgeist, and that mindset,
right,
that groupthink. Go ahead.
Right, but read the reviews though.
Yeah, I have.
How many of them actually mention, oh, this isn't on PlayStation, so I'm downvoting it, right? Or Sony.
Right, but are you going to sit here and make that distinction? Like, can you? Because especially, let's say you are like a diehard PlayStation fan, or let's say Spider-Man 2 is coming out this week, and you're like diehard Xbox, like, oh yeah, that doesn't necessarily need to be written or even communicated. It could still be a part of your like subconscious in terms of how you perceive games and the value what they bring. And so like IGN gave Spider-Man an 8, and it's like everybody else gave it like a 9 and whatnot, and it's like, man, this just seems weird. Like I don't understand IGN and what their what the review strategy ends up being, because it feels like they're just so wildly all over the place. And so when you see that, then you go and you look at other things that those people say in other areas. You start to then, obviously they're not coming out and saying it, but, like if, let's say, and what's going to be a real litmus test to it is how is Elder Scrolls 6 received? Because Starfield's also a new IP, it's a first outside, it isn't Elder Scrolls, Skyrim or anything like that. Which again, that was like everywhere. So is there already like and this could also be a bias against new IP as well. It's what we see with the new game a lot. It takes a lot. Like it takes an Elden Ring. It takes a huge concerted effort. It takes a Baldur's Gate 3 is still a sequel, but it's like it really isn't, but it is. But it takes a lot of those efforts, and that ends up being the exception rather than the rule. Does that make sense?
Right. So what I'm also going to hit back with is that a lot of the stuff this is what I'm saying at least.
Yeah.
A lot of the console war stuff is on Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that's
Twitter is not
reality.
An indication of reality, right? Right. So you have to take that stuff.
I think of like Twitter is like, if you want to know what it's like having, toddlers, that's the quality of what you're gonna ultimately get.
I mean, it represents like 2% of the population, right?
It's going up though. Like one of the things that is interesting is the increase.
Right, but like,
oh, what the hell?
You're talking about like 2% to 10% or 2% to like 3%?
Oh, I don't know. Like I don't know the percentage increase. I'm just saying that they were saying like it was 300 million daily active users, and now it's like 500 something million.
Okay. But how many people are actively like? How many people are actively like? Let me correct this. It's like 2% of the population actively tweets.
Yeah.
Right. Most of them, the vast majority of root users don't just follow people. They don't respond or anything. Mm-hmm. Right. And I have to admit, I'm one of them. So like, you see all this traction online, right? About like, oh, it's the console wars, Sony ponies, Xbox, whatever, And it's just like, all right, well, how many those people obviously care, but how many of the other users actually care, right?
Yeah. I think the vast majority of gamers are just like, I just want to play games.
The most gamers do not care.
Yeah, it's like, let me just play. Well, and you see that with any kind of any boycott.
Right, and there are a lot of gamers who have they're PlayStation players, right? But you have a lot of gamers who are they have a PlayStation, and then for Microsoft games they have a PC.
Right. Yeah.
That's like a huge.
Well, we've seen more and more people become PC gamers anyway, even outside of consoles. Right. That's where it's like, I really like that Xbox gives me that freedom where
you can get Game Pass on PC. So
right. Well, I'm saying like what I want to see, and that we got since PlayStation is now testing out the PS5 in the cloud, like that probably is going to be a really good solution to just having more accessibility, because it's like, oh yeah, like I don't need another like physical box like hooked up to my TV. Like let me being that, because it works for me, just let me stream it.
not to interrupt the conversation, but I want to hop off for the night. I'll catch y'all later.
Have a good one, dude.
Yeah, and I will say this, House of Sandy is slowly coming back. I did my first stream last weekend on Sunday. For anyone watching wants to hit me up, find me over at twitch.tv/SirRule1986 or even on YouTube at youtube.com/@SirRule1986. So I'll be streaming and making videos here probably on a consistent basis within the next couple of weeks once a new job kicks in and whatnot. So
I hope the focus. I want to see lots of videos from you.
Yep.
So, P-Row Deuces says, I'd argue that people that tweet are the same people doing user reviews on Steam and Meta. That, I mean, so my argument is that the people who are tweeting are mainly console war people. Most reviews are I haven't seen any reviews that are actually mention the console wars. But again, that gets into Brian's argument that, well, it could be in the back of their mind. That is impossible to know.
Right. Like
so you might as well not even bring it up in my perspective, because it's an unknowable. Right.
Unmitigated violence. Interesting.
So, if you read the reviews on Steam, they're talking about bugs, boring gameplay, repetitive gameplay, unimaginative. Like they're going into like actual mechanics of the game, right? These people aren't people who are doing like console war stuff. Like I just don't see it.
Okay.
So now, granted, if you like the game, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that. You know, whether you think it's a good game or a bad game, is what it is. There are many things that are bad that I like. For example, I like the Star Wars prequels. They're bad, but I like them anyway. So, treat his own.
My issue, I guess, when it comes down to, and this isn't anything that you can truly fix unless you decide to do like additional reviews, which the incentive model behind that isn't there unless you're like some kind of games as a service or like an MMO with an expansion. But it's that when you look at like Skyrim, when you look at these kind of games that stay around and with the mod support and things like that, that like you can't truly sit down and say that a game, you know, like what you like in 2 years, are people still playing, you know, Starfield? Are they still modding Starfield? Is there, you know, like we can't know that until that time's passed. And the fact that it has that as an option and the opportunity, it's really going to be interesting to see, you know, how much life that the game has. And Game Pass is going to be that thing that's going to reduce the overall, you know, the overall value of anybody's specific review, mine included. Because if you have that, it's a matter of, is it worth me just clicking on install and checking it out, or maybe not even installing it? Let me just, you know, stream it right, you know, from the cloud and check it out and see if it's like, oh, I'm having fun, or no, I'm not having fun, and to set it down. Because I've always set down Bethesda games after I've gone in 100 different directions, and this will be the first like actual story mission, you know, like clear that I've done in any of their games, because like I just kind of go off in a direction. We'll spend 100 hours in the game, and then I go, all right, and then I move on with life. So this is gonna be interesting. This will be a first time for me.
P-Row, I can shoot the same question back at you. Are you sure about that?
It'll take care of the rest.
Once the armor is complete, what happens in the Unity?
You'll see the glory of our multiverse and your place in it. Then you'll be asked to make a choice. I'll say no more.
I have to make a choice.
I would speak to them before you go.
Okay.
No. My place is in this universe now. That's a difficult question. You might as well be asking, when is the Unity? Why does the Unity exist? Or how does the Unity truly work? It's not a fixed place in space-time. You'll have more luck understanding when you get there.
Okay. I might as well save it. Woo, baby. Yeah, that's like Serenity says, the first 10 to 20 hours of the game actually objectively suck. It does pick up, but the average person isn't going to play that long. And that's the same argument, obviously, like that Final Fantasy 14 and like other games where like, yeah, you gotta put a lot of time in, boys, and then it's going to be like really good. And that's a fair. I think that's a fair argument to make. All right, so we got that. I leveled up a bit. I got 3 skill points. Babooyah. Go ahead and increase my medicine rank. See here, do I have any things over here that need a little bit of love? Not yet. Piloting, not yet. Let's see here. Dueling, I haven't done any real melee in this. Shotgun certification. Nothing in the socials. Let's see here. I got the weightlifting. I got wellness. Stealth. Haven't messed with that. Boxing. Commerce. Gastronomy. Persuasion. Oh, persuasion might have been nice. I'm gonna say lasers. Why not? And I got one more point to use. Incapitation. Heavy weapon certification. I'll grab that. Sure thing. Boom.
You've earned the artifacts. Good.
One giant leap. Oh, yeah, the near thing where you gotta keep replaying it to get the full. Yeah. Oh, cool. I need to use up all my available oxygen.
Good to see you.
All right. Let's see here. Auto rivet. Right, there we go. Spacesuits. I'm gonna take on 1 second. I need to go to my inventory. There we go. Have another coachman? I thought I did. Unmitigated violence. Okay, that looks cool. Rip shank. Yeah, I do agree with. I saw like feedback about separating like food and aid. I was like, I agree, because it's like, oh man.
Oh, don't you worry. It won't be too long after the well, they've already got better inventory managers that are already out there available as mods, but it won't be too long after the creation kit comes out before you see all sorts of refinements to the interfaces and everything like that. I mean, heck, that kind of stuff was done with Skyrim. Not too long after its creation kit came out.
Mm-hmm. Should I talk to my friends before I leave? Because apparently I've add artifacts, remove the armor early. Okay, that's how I do it. All right. Let's see if chat has any thoughts to say. Yes, okay, cool. It's like, all right, let's remove this. And let's go talk to my buds. I gotta jump quite a bit. Sarah died in my playthrough. How far can I get? Jeez Louise, where am I? Leviathan, Cheyenne, no? Fine, fine. Yeah, I need to upgrade my fuel tank on the ship for sure. I was running into like weight restrictions, so I was like playing around with the upgrades, and it just was like, all right. That will help. I don't know. It's like, man, it feels like I was able to jump further last time. All right, Alpha Centauri. All right, there we go. Oh man! Oh no, dude! I didn't know that multiple different kinds of people could take the hit. I guess it's whoever like you have the closest relationship with. So on the next playthrough, I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Leave me alone. All right. Yay! There we go. There we go. We did it. Oh, you're still married to Sarah at this point? Wow, that's incredible. I'm guessing then the emissary is always the person who died.
A moment, Captain. It appears Constellation's current mission is at its end. It is customary to offer congratulatory statements. Thank you. If I were sentient, I am sure I would be feeling a great sense of pride and increased social connectivity to you. I hope the process of becoming Starborn is done without causing any physical trauma.
Interesting.
But given the unknown physiological requirements of crossing universes, that seems unlikely. I am told that is the best way to deliver potentially upsetting news if we do not see each other again. Goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.
Crying out loud. Crying out loud.
You're here for a moment? Ah, it'll be a shame to pack up all the modifications to the Eye for finding the artifacts. But she's earned a break. Gilded our fortunes for sure. Uh-huh. I'm just an old blade in the dark trying to make good. I'll be taking up the chair when everyone's gone in the Unity. Set Constellation's course for another new beginning. Not my first time at the helm for a crew, but going to take it slow. Don't know about that. Intend to keep teaching folks how to play the Troublemaker's game. No use being an explorer if you aren't a little dangerous. Well, tipped your ear long enough. I'll be smiling as you walk through Eternity's gate. Give the next universe something to talk about, yeah?
Always knew we could pull this off. Finally, these new universes won't know what hit them. Forget about the Starborn and the Hunter. It's Barrett and company from here on out. I suppose we can do that. Classic. Look, if this is a are we doing this or not talk, then stop right there. We're doing this. The multiverse waits for no one. Yeah, that's why I said it first. See you on the other side.
I like these characters. I really like, really enjoyed this game.
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. Are you ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. I know. Just bracing for it. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora.
I think the most I've ever cried at a game was Dragon Quest XI.
I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it.
Man, I tell you though, this concept of bringing my kid on, like, I mean, even bearing to step in with this without them, I don't know. I don't think I could do either option. I'd be like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to put you at risk.
I'm sure plenty of the others won't like it, and I'll be worried like no tomorrow if we don't end up in the same place. But I gotta keep telling myself that Cora's ready for this. And hey, same goes for you. If we don't see each other on the other side, it's been all worth it.
Yes?
Our journey seems to be...
I can't wait to get to the Unity! I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? I'll have to check all my charts and double check all the locking mechanisms and see what kind of differences there are in the next universe. You know, in case we get into the kind of trouble we always do. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? Okay. That makes me feel better.
I hope I hope they don't get separated now.
But I can't wait to see what happens next.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
So, the Unity awaits. I'm not as afraid as I thought I would be. Stepping away from the world you know can lead to a better place. I do not know if I would say the same. More that I accept it. I'm ready. Do you think we will see each other after the Unity? Will we even recognize each other if we do? I do too. But the emissary makes me doubtful. They are both the person we lost and someone else entirely. If we do not see each other again, then this is goodbye. I am proud that I was present for this journey. I have things.
This is amazing. The Unity, the multiverse. This is everything and more, literally. No kidding. Think of the dissertations. Boundless topics, no bounds. Except the books. They're bound. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in.
Oh, wow. Ron is at 300 plus hours maybe, and they're going to New Game Plus Plus this week. That's awesome. What level are you?
What will happen if you enter the Unity? You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just
69, nice.
Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not going to hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not going to have your back. Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Okay.
Can you speak for a
Any day
moment?
you make it through is a victory in my book.
I asked Mateo if we can get a friend for Roscoe. He said
I've thought about it, and as much as I would love to see the Unity
Yeah, I think
awake
being able to
for
reset
this
the skill tree would have been nice.
I'm not coming with you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I know this is probably coming as a surprise. I think I need to look for my answers here, in this universe. And I can't leave my parents. I know they would understand, but they're not getting any younger. You too. I know I'm flaking out at the end, but I'm glad I was a part of all this.
Alright, so Barrett's with
You
me.
have a new set of orders for me today.
Sweet Action Jackson, baby.
I know now it...
Okay, cool. I was like, if I gotta do multiple jumps, I'm gonna see if I can get a better fuel tank. Let's see if we can get Barrett a superpower.
I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk to you later.
Nice, I didn't have to do the scanner thing.
Just look at this place. So many questions come to mind. I don't even know where to start. This is it.
Alright, I guess they want me to do the thing. Didn't know if Barrett was gonna like fly through all these. I love that orchestra. You gonna go in, Barrett?
There are many more freezing worlds than cozy ones. You'd think we'd take care of the cozy ones more.
Went right through it. Alright, I guess I'll...
When you're not busy, let's check.
Just gonna give me the power? Wait. I thought the whole thing was he wanted to get the power. Alright.
These temples are such peculiar monuments. Hey, when you're not busy...
Hello, universe. This is Barrett.
Something's happening.
Returning your call.
Something big. And maybe weird. What in the... Who in the... Whoa. Hello, handsome. You've got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously.
Welcome aboard.
Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations. How many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it.
inaccessible. I'm running on one of the Starborn ships. That's great.
I already do, my friend. I promise. If you're trying to... Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. So look,
Guy wants to talk to me a lot.
isn't it? True. Anyway, and they're already...
All right.
I thought so too. Anyway, well, for now, that's pretty exhausting, really.
Cool. Mission complete. All right, now. All right, one giant leap. Well, I guess it technically hasn't done all of those. Build the armory on your ship. Guess who have I not talked to? Yeah, it's interesting. That's one of the things that is enjoyable about watching playthroughs of the game is that the experience, it's like, oh my gosh, like, wait, what happened? Y'all have this experience? The same thing with Baldur's Gate 3, right? It's like, oh, you just murdered everybody? Interesting. And that had what kind of effect? Really cool.
Busy? Let's chat.
All right, Barrett, we've chatted enough today. Oh, there, I haven't talked to her. Yeah, that's right.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. So I know we aren't keeping all the artifacts here anymore, but I think I can get some good readings from your ship. You have no idea how excited I am to analyze the data after you jump to the Unity. I'm gonna make some coffee. Pull an all-nighter. What? No. I do not do field work, especially not the restructuring yourself at the molecular level kind. Or whatever the Unity actually does to make you Starborn. Anyway, Vladimir and I have been talking, and we're both staying here. Someone has to keep Constellation going with so many people leaving. It'll be pretty quiet at first, but that's what Constellation has been doing forever, right? An old generation moves on, a new one moves in. Okay, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and I'm sticking to that. So, goodbye. I'll miss you all.
Okay, so who have I not
It's good to be on the boat. Let's get stuffy
talked to? Where's the old man?
My return to the lodge triggered a full system update. I am now fully prepared to assist you.
The
There we go.
artifacts are all gathered.
It's
We've
like,
done it. There's nothing like an investment paying off. We've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. Everyone should feel proud. Oh no. This moment isn't about my corporate holdings, no. Being part of Constellation was just for me. Although there's always opportunities, I'm not above taking advantage of what we learn as a group. Alas, while I would like to take the final jump with everyone, I'm afraid the saying, "you can't take it all with you," has caught up to me. There might not be a Stroud Eklund in the next universe, and certainly not mine. And I would be a poor choice of company if I was, well, poor. Goodbye, my friend. If I could borrow a bit from Sebastian Banks, bring light into the darkness of the unknown.
There we go. Checked on the optional. Now let's head back to the ship.
As that was, it's good to be back. I know now isn't the best time. I need to talk with you later.
How do I get out of my seat? Yeah, I'm playing on the controller. Those are missiles. Target locking. Thrusters. Hold B to get up. Thank you. I was like, I was pressing B and I was like, nothing's happening. Oh, thank you. I was like, I want to assemble the thing and jump.
Hello.
Build. Yay. Cool. Now we grav drive. Yes, this is my first playthrough. We're about to. There it is. Head of the Unity. Use up all oxygen. That's beautiful. And it looks like a Starfield. Funny. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it is uploaded, and if the link isn't working, I'll see what's going on. I have updated it to actually have the sprint function, so I need to update that pretty soon. Oh, okay, I can move around. Well, hello, me.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it.
Eternity.
Eternity.
You're me.
A thought occurs. Can anyone ever truly experience reality outside of oneself? All of time and space filters through a singular perspective. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place. The Unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? That's good. You will need that clarity for what comes next. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind.
Interesting. This sounds like death.
Much like the death of a star creates new kinds of matter, so will the part of your being become fused with the unity itself. That part is what becomes Starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Through your eyes, it will be as if waking up from a dream. Walk into the gate of light, and you will become Starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the Unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your own ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity, right now. Go out into the stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into it.
As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer
wouldn't.
you a glimpse into what will happen
Like, screw
to the
that shit.
universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. The Constellation membership who stays behind will in time publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for home out there in the stars. The emissary remains in this universe, but your faith in them inspires them to seek out those they believe are worthy of finding the Unity. Many noble Starborn will be reborn under their guidance.
That's cool.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
Like breathtakingly beautiful, and the music, oh my goodness.
The soundtrack in this game is incredible.
Dude, they knocked it out of the park with that soundtrack. There goes. Credits. Like appreciate the credits. Starborn. That is what you have become, a being who has touched the infinite. Your story is over, but it will begin anew in this universe and countless others. You remember all that you have learned. Your possessions and everyone you knew have been left behind. Explore this new universe and all it offers, and perhaps take another trip through the Unity. Interesting. You just keep on keeping on. I have the spaceship. I loved this game. This has been a lot of fun. A spaceship that looks like it has a lot of the same energy, so I guess I'm gonna have to play around with that. Let's see where we go. And this feels really different to control. UI is pretty good. Like, yeah, that's neat.
Is this the first time you've seen inside one of these ships?
I've been in when, remember we met with the, well, at least on my playthrough, where I met the hunter and the emissary, and we were like, hey, we're on neutral ground.
Oh, yeah.
First time flying it.
Just hold still while we do the contraband check. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
I like how they kind of freaked out when they couldn't scan your ship.
Yeah.
Or they couldn't figure out what's powering your ship.
Like, what is going on?
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on the
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay.
Did the parts of the city and everything change?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's just the nighttime or something like that that's throwing me.
Mm-hmm.
Give me experience for every rediscovery. Unlimited XP farm. Just keep beating the game over and over again. Eventually I'm going to be at level infinite. Let's go to the lodge. Hello, I'm Starborn. How are you? I'm just talking there. Hey, it's Sarah.
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations. Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, why are you showing up now?
Okay. Repeat the main quest or skip the main quest. I'm not who you think. I'm Starborn. I'm gonna say skip the main quest.
I see. So some of our theories about the artifacts are correct.
You're taking their word for it? What if this person's just delusional?
Breathed in too many gases in that mining operation.
Why don't we hear him out? We know next to nothing. We have everything to gain if he's telling the truth.
All right, let's hear it.
I am not from this universe. There's a place called the Unity which connects all realities. This is going to sound weird, but I've done all this before. I came here with the artifact to join Constellation. The Starborn hunt for the artifacts across the multiverse, each hoping to be one of... let's see here. The first option.
So, that's what we're looking for. The pieces to an armillary. A path to the center of a multiverse.
This is either the truth or the most elaborate practical joke I've ever witnessed.
I think we're past the point of doubting, Walter.
In any event, we'll be
It
able
was
to
fun.
see for ourselves. We know where most of the artifacts are now, and presumably how we get them.
So, here's the question. After having played through the thing, what is your opinion of it?
Honestly, this has been one of the best games that I played this year, and it's just been a lot of fun. I like space, though. So, like, I have preconceived biases towards just the theme about it. But I really think they did a great job. This has been probably my favorite Bethesda game that I've played to date, and I'm excited to see how it evolves. That's like, honestly, it's something where the ease of access, like as soon as they get the ultra wide, the new game plus being at the start, the mod support already rolling in, and then next year DLC and so much more. Yeah, like I'm really impressed with what they've delivered, and yeah, I'm glad I went. Actually, I purchased this even though I had Game Pass. So I'm pleased about that.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what they are, but there are 10 different alternatives to this lodge encounter. You first start a new universe.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if there's a specific order that they're rolled out or how many playthroughs that you have to go through before. I think it's just entirely random. But there are 10 different ones. And some of them are pretty interesting the way they set it up. I won't tell you what they are, but
let's get those artifacts.
It's kind of interesting, and it's actually made me think. This is what I was telling you earlier, that one of the things that will play into the New Game Plus and modding is that when you get into the tool set, you can actually set up variables and such like that serve as conditions for events occurring.
Yeah.
Since the unique elements of the replays through the New Game Plus are basically, as far as officially concerned, all focused with the lodge. Whoever just gets into the toolkit, they can go into the lodge, they can look at how they've got everything set up for those.
Yeah.
And then they can start implementing alternate events all throughout the entire game using those particular models of how to do it. So awesome. Right now it's only at the lodge, but when mods start coming out and when DLCs start coming out, we're likely to see alternate events taking place pretty much all over the game.
Dude, that's like I get a lot of flack for this because I understand the counter argument is that how do you value potential, but I tend to be somebody who's like, just the potential that this game continues to have, like its core game I really liked, the potential that it has to really continue to grow and expand is exciting, and it's like, yeah, let's see where it goes. Again, seeing that stuff on Twitter about the Star Wars mod, like I'm pretty sure we're gonna see lots of crazy stuff, you know, and if the tools and the ability to play and connect into the mods, it becomes like just a very easy process. I think that's just going to continue to replay the value, because imagine, the game is going to have DLC, so that's going to be another touch point for people to be like, oh, I enjoyed my original offering, let's go see what this is. Or at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, this crazy mod came out. I'm clearly tired because it's 10 o'clock, and that's that's usually how I wrap it up, because that's where we're going to end today.
And it's very likely that they have a variable called something like Unity trips.
Yeah.
And it will probably count up every time you go through the Unity, so it's probably tracking how many times you've been through it. Now, when Shattered Space comes out, which is their first DLC, my guess is that they're going to have a condition set to that where Unity trips must be equal to or greater than 1. So you'll have to at least have completed or gone through the Unity once before you experience the Shattered Space content. And that would actually make sense, because it wouldn't do to start revealing all of the multiverse elements while you're still doing your first playthrough, because that'll kind of spoil the whole experience. But once you've been through it that one time and all of this stuff is going on as far as the multiverse is concerned, then it would make sense that that's where you start seeing, branching storylines throughout the multiverse. And Shattered Space, I mean, just the very name of it sounds like, a whole multiverse experience, basically like a shattered mirror where every single shard is a universe unto itself.
Yeah, exactly.
And furthermore, I'm making a prediction that Shattered Space is also going, when it comes out, that's when the creation kit is going to release as well. I think they're going to drop it at the same time.
That seems like a reasonable time to do both of those things. I guess I can close this out.
So
we're not going to play another game tonight.
And one thing I was going to say about some of the complaints that people have about this, when you look at it as just a game, as in it is what you see, and that's all it is, then it's really easy to understand the complaints, because the person might be expecting the singular experience to be so much more. But if you look at Starfield as a platform rather than just a game, where this is the foundation upon which an entire series is going to grow out of it.
Yeah.
Branching stories, both official and community made, done in such a way where everything seems to mesh and merge together seamlessly.
Yeah.
In a few years, the same complaints that we're hearing right now will be silent.
It's going to be interesting to see if I believe that, but it's going to be interesting to see if that holds to be true. And back to kind of Yamron's point, where is there, for the majority, when we're talking about the majority of gamers are usually just pretty quiet. They're like, I'm playing the game. Oh, that was fun. Or that wasn't. But will we see more, and I think as Microsoft does purchase studios, the online, Salt, especially over on Twitter, that representation is just going to get more frustrated. And it's possible the other way around. If Sony, because I saw a lot of people today talking about oh, Sony needs to buy Square Enix now, or Sony's going to buy this next. It's we all, none of us really know, but at the end of the day, that's why I'm going to continue to advocate for games to be on everywhere. Just put them everywhere. I understand the position Microsoft's in, and I'm hopeful that if we'll live in a future where it's we don't have to have, we can filter that completely out of the equation. And so then people can be yeah, play the game. And then like from the modding and the life and the kind of your point of the platform being the game itself, that ends up, I think, having a lot more staying power because, more gamers wherever, like whatever, system that you want to support, that ends up being the case. Now, P says, if anything needed modding as the temple experiences, I'm not sure why it's doing the same thing over and over again, 4 or 5 different methods to get the powers. Yeah, I think that could be a real treat. Also, people have been talking about crazy like rule set modes. You think about like a hardcore playthrough. You think about what is it with Pokemon Nuzlocke or whatever it's called. Just people doing some interesting, crazy things, and we're gonna be checking it out because I really am quite impressed with everything that they delivered in this experience. It's been a real treat to sit down and play, and especially as things that I also play that have had lots of queue times. Like New Worlds had a lot of queue times in the evening for me. I know Wayfinder, when that came out, had a lot of queue times. So it's been real enjoyable experience for me in the long run. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure. I appreciate y'all hanging out here in chat, also here in Discord. And I'm gonna go get some sleep because I'm sure that I'm gonna be needed tomorrow.
I hear you. I have a great one.
All right, see you guys. I'm gonna hit